Hi, welcome to Tips Tuesday. My name is Melanie Thorley and I'm the Principal Solicitor at MJT Law. Today we're going to look at the rights of international students. To do that, we're going to jump onto the Fair Work Ombudsman website and we're going to look at the list of the rights that international students have. Now, international students are just like any other employee working in Australia. If they are an employee of a federal jurisdiction, then they would still be under the Fair Work Act. If they're an employee of a constitutional corporation, i.e. a business that is not government, then they would be under the Fair Work Act. If they're an employee for a state or territory government, then they may well be under the employment regime that is in that state or territory. But we're going to look at the Fair Work Act and the requirements there. Now, of course, you may be a full-time, part-time or casual worker. You may also be a contract worker. We've talked a little bit about this before, and if you've got any questions about your the different types of employment, please give me a call. Remember, I do provide 30 minutes free legal advice over the telephone. Now we're going to move on to the minimum conditions. Every employee in Australia has these minimum conditions. They're called the National Employment Standards, and there are 10 of them. If you jump onto my website, you'll see under News. Let's try that again. Under News. And we'll scroll down and you'll see that I've done an article on the 10 national employment standards. And this will just give you a brief idea of what those standards are. Okay, so going back to that, so as an international student, you still have rights under the employment standards. Okay, so when is it not okay at work? Or what is not okay at work. Now remember, being unpaid while working is not okay unless it is a placement for a authorised education facility, i.e. a university or a TAFE, and your placement is to do with your education, then it is likely that you're going to need to be paid for what work you're doing. So this means internships, volunteer work, depending on the volunteer work, and also trials. You should be paid for all those things. You need to be given pay slips, you need to be given training, and you should be paid for that training as well. Now, if you are sent home early, unless you are a casual employee, it's likely that you're going to be paid for that, and it's not okay to receive goods and services instead of pay. Now there are some conditions to that. Sometimes it's okay to receive some housing instead of being paid, but it needs to balance. If you've got any questions there, please contact us. Now, can you have deductions from your wages? The short answer is no, unless there are certain criteria. The first criteria is it needs to be for your benefit and you need to agree to it in writing. Another criteria is if an award or agreement or the Fair Work Commission orders it. And otherwise it's authorised under a state or commonwealth court. This means that it is unlikely that your employer can make any deductions to your pay unless you've given them written authority to do so. Now, you can get paid in cash, but you still need a pay slip. It is a breach of the Act, of the Fair Work Act, not to provide pay slips, and your tax withholding should be paid out of that. Okay, so if you've got any questions about you being an international student or you're taking on an international student and the rights and obligations, please give us a call. This is a very important subject. If you've got any questions whatsoever about your rights and responsibilities, please give me a call. I should be able to steer you in the right direction. My phone number is 0730400337. Don't walk in the dark on this one. This is a very, very hot topic. And remember, I provide 30 minutes free legal advice over the telephone. Thank you very much.